Welcome back to Sports Show. Well, time to talk about boxing, and one of our favourites has been good enough to come in. Of course, he was Boxer of the Year last year. He's undefeated this year. Freddie Ziwa joins us. Freddie, how are you?
I'm pretty good, man. How you doing?
Well, not as well as you, mate. Undefeated. It's a pretty good start to the year, mate.
Well,
so let's talk about
the
one at the Australian Club Championships first.
Yes,
undefeated.
yep.
60 kilos. Obviously, no one good enough to stop you.
I mean, yeah, probably, but it is what it is. I guess keep working hard and keep yourself up.
Mate, then you've got to go up to the 63.5 kilo weight. Are you one of those guys that can put on weight easy or take it off easy? What's it like for you?
It's complicated. It's more like I don't put on weight easier. So usually I walk around that weight if I train, so I'm around 63. So I thought even I weighed in myself when I'm 62 point something, so it's always good for me, so, to fight both weight.
Yeah, Britt, you had a question about his cooking.
Yeah, I just find it fascinating. I stalked you on Instagram. You're the food champ.
Yeah.
Look him up.
Yeah.
And what you cook is incredible. How do you control yourself? I guess it's good that you don't gain weight easily then, but how do you control yourself around such yummy food?
Yeah, I mean when I eat at work, so what I do, I go train after work, and then I don't tell my coach what I eat, and because it'd be like train harder. So I always, for example, when I finish, I go for a run, so I keep my weight down. I go to the treadmill in the Anytime Fitness and run, and and then go back to work. So it's more about whatever I eat, I measure it so that I don't put on too much weight. And because I train too hard a lot, so I don't put on too much weight on. So because I keep losing it, so which is, I think is a bonus for me.
Yeah, because I just remember, in the Olympic Village, you had the boxers wrapping themselves in clean wrap and running around the village to try and make weight. So yeah, for a sport that's so weight dependent, I found it quite interesting that you have such a passion for food. When did that all start?
I mean, since I was young, when I was in my country, I used to cook, for my family and everybody. My mom, sometimes you just, when you're hungry, you just have to cook. So what I did when I came here, there's too many variety of food. I was like, oh, I can't wait. And I love eating. My train, the hunger I get, so I love eating. So I was like, I'm going to go in cooking too. So I can just, it's kind of hard, but as long as you got the passion, nothing is hard. So,
exactly.
Yeah.
So, mate, you work at the Cootie Shack. You said that was pretty good. That's one of your favourites.
Love the Cootie Shack.
The German Arms at Harndorf.
Yeah, I work there too.
I'm just wondering, mate, you're working, you're eating. When do you get time to train?
Trust me, I got time. So after I finish work, in the break time, before the work, I go to my coach and I do the training. And then, for example, Cootie Shack, when I have some time off, like break, which is 2 to 3 hours, then I go train that. And then after work, I go train again. So I put those sharp 1 hour training, even if I'm still tired, but I still put in that, I make sure that, it's really hard and, effective.
When do you sleep?
Yeah, that's what I was going to ask.
I sleep, I go to town. As long as I put in 8 hours of sleep, that's all matters, 7 to 8 hours.
What's the hardest part of your training at the moment, Freddie?
More focus on skills and focusing on your opponent to be like, oh, I don't know what my opponent doing. Maybe he's working something, cooking up something new, which I don't know, and I'm like, I need to train harder. But so I just, that's kind of the hard part, to think about your opponent. But more training is, is constantly just new and just improving myself every time, So more, I don't worry about I need to learn new skills. I worry about be fit and just, stay where you are and just keep training hard, because it's amateur boxing. You don't need to be really fancy. You just need to be on top of your game, being sharp and, moving well. And that's all. As long as I work on that, that's what matters.
Do you find your passion for cooking helps you kind of reset between training sessions, take your mind off it?
Yeah,
does that give that
you're actually
kind of release to you?
Right, because when I'm cooking, the pressure in the kitchen, so it makes me to feel like, when I go to training, I feel more calm, because the chef will be like, do this, and then, so the busier it become, when I go in the training or boxing, I feel like it's nothing, it's really calm, it's like, a normal thing, just walk, and, it's really amazing, how, food gets really busier, and then which is, people say boxing is hard, it's busier, but actually for me I'm like, no, this is actually easy now, because I've been doing it a lot, so it's more easy going, it's floating really well. So.
Mate's got a big fight coming up this month. Charlie Senior, is it,
Oh,
in
yeah.
Perth? You talked just before about your opponent
Oh,
and
I'm
his
thinking
strengths
of-
and weaknesses. What have you got for him?
Well, I'm thinking about him right now. Is my girlfriend. He's always in my head. So yeah, like you know, I hope he's thinking about me because I'm thinking about him a lot because like he's in my way and I'm like, you know, if I take him on and you know, I'm actually excited to take that fight because I think he's up there and I'm thinking I'm up there. We just need to show who's the best, you know. It's all about who's the best and you know.
Fine now. So 4 times he's been the national champ, so you know he can box. Have you seen much film of him? Have you watched him?
I've seen him like, you know, do a little bit of training and I was like, okay, you do that? I'm like, cool, I'll get you like, from there. So I always pick a little bit of it, you know, and then, you know, I'll go in. And always, boxing is an interesting sport. Sometimes the way you train, it's not the way you fight. So like, it's you know, it's really complicated. Like, you may be throwing great jab, but when you go in the fight, you can't throw that jab because of your opponent's style is totally different. So, and you can't use that jab, you have to use a different style. So it's more about thinking about it and then go in and win the fight. So use a little bit of the brain to not.
My style normally in a fight is to run as fast as I can.
That's actually a good one too. You get out of the ring
So if you want
pretty.
to fight me, you're going to have to catch me.
I need to put on running
shoes.
shoes.
Go a couple of rounds with that.
Looks like I need to put on running shoes.
Hey mate, you obviously want to box for Australia. You'd like to box for Australia. So to do that, you have to become an Australian citizen. What's the process at the moment? Where you at?
Well, I saw you're being kind enough to to say yes. We can give you like a boxing visa, and I'm grateful with that. So it's more like in the process at the moment.
Yep.
If it works out, you know, I'm happy to go to Olympics for Australia or you know whatever, you know, Commonwealth Games because it's boxing and you know I love boxing. Whatever boxing takes me, I just follow. So.
Did you box in Uganda when you came?
No, I didn't box in Uganda.
So what drew you to boxing when you?
I mean, when I was in my country, kids used to play boxing. Like, but actually my friends used to play boxing. But what they did, I was like, no, I don't want to do what they did. So when they did, they get a little bit strong. They went to the street and then you know they did bad things. And for me, I'm that kind of person. I'm like, no, that's not me. So actually, I was scared of boxing. But then I came here, I was like, let me try because I was doing soccer a lot. So I played in like Port Elliot Soccer Club.
Yep.
And I was in the A grade. I was the shortest, so nobody could pass me the ball. And I was so quick, so I was all over the place, you know. And then I was like, I'm done with team sport. I need like just one person sport. I mean, actually, I went to footy for one day.
Yep.
I didn't finish the game. So I went in and then somehow tackled. I was running to kick the ball and someone got me from the back and checked me. I was like, coach, you know, disrespect is a great game, but this is not mine. I'm out halfway the game.
Well, Freddie, we'll hopefully get you back in a few weeks, mate, from Perth. And
Thank you.
Tell us that you knocked Charlie Senior over and you beat him.
Man, I'm looking forward for it.
Yep.
Yeah.
Freddie, always great to catch up with you, mate. Enjoyed
Thanks,
your
man.
time. So
Thanks,
good
I
luck
appreciate
in
it too.
Perth. Stay with
Thanks.
us still. Plenty to come on the show.